Welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest. With me, P.I. McLeod, and let's get into it. We got a, I don't want to say too quick one today, but it's quick enough. You'll see. No, I haven't decided where to spend my 800 5-star shards yet. I'm still torn. I'm thinking of putting them into 5-star Kamala Khan. Here, and I'll just let you see what I'm looking at. Okay, so my thoughts are either I put them in more Okoye, because I only have her at 462, and it is really fun using her with I-Hulk. I mean, let's call it what it is. It's one of the best, fastest teams there is in PvE, and just another level, if not close to 2 levels, would help her tank more over my I-Hulk, which is at... he's at some level, a number. Did I pass him already? There he is, 454. So she's only 8 levels above him. And of course, she only tanks a couple of colors over him. And if he dies, well, shoot, he's just tanking everything. So it kind of stinks. But, so, I mean, there's that option. And the other option I'm thinking is Kamala Khan because, well, if I put those 800 shards on him, on Kamala Khan, that's champ. I'll have her champed. Simple as that. And that way I'm wasting only, 75 shards doing it? And she's not a bad character to champ. So, kind of torn what to go with there. I mean, I could go with a bunch of other people, but I think that's my most effective use of non-champed 5 stars versus ones that are already champed and could use it as well. I wouldn't do it to any of these other ones. Just... I don't know. I don't think it would get as much use or as much mileage. But anyways, if you have any thoughts, feel free to drop them in. I'm more than happy to listen to or read through what you're thinking about. It's just, our own opinion, of course. Anyways, that said, why am I here today? Well, that's like philosophy. I'm not here for that. I am instead doing Crash the Titans. Because I think we have like hours. According to Time Ripper, right, we got 5 hours, 27 minutes before this goes away. And that's and I need his legendary token, don't we all? I mean, we all need them. So against 4-star Black Panther, he's another 4-star that when he came out, and this is a long time ago, he's not one of the earliest, but after a while, once 4-star started becoming a regular thing, he eventually hit the scene, and he was one of the first few characters to start playing with fortified tiles, but he plays with them with defense tiles more. He has a passive that deals with defense tiles. So if you have like protect tiles out there and you match your own protects away, you do a passive hit of damage, which is, it's nice in theory, but you got to keep your own protection up. So he doesn't passively make them. So he's commonly paired with people that give projectiles. His yellow, though, is pretty nice. It's a repeater that will put out, I think every 2 turns, it'll put out some amount of strike, attack, and projectiles. And if you have allies with you in the fight, they can be fortified, they can be stronger, depending on the amount of allies you have with you. His yellow is actually pretty darn good. His blue is the thing that makes the passives. Actually, it makes projectiles and has the passives on it. His red, shoot, I don't even remember what the red does. I want to say it does a hit, just a straight up hit. You know what? I'm gonna look. I forgot what his red does. Dang, it's been a while since I had to use that. Let's see, Black Panther. See, it's not that impressive. I put it at 3. Yep, just does a hit. Does a hit. There you go. Level 5. For 10 red, you can deal 8k damage. Increase the strength of fortified friendly tiles by, a decent number. Of course, they have to be fortified to get that buff. And that was my problem with it, because you can't guarantee how many you're going to have. You might not have any fortified of those tiles by the time you pull this off. 10 is somewhat pricey. It's not horrible, but by the time you get 10 red, who's to say you have any fortified tiles on the board? So that's why I put it down to 3. At least the other 2 don't have such a ridiculous thought to them. So you create protect tiles, Deal damage when they're when you match a friendly projectile, deal damage for each friendly project on the board. There is a max on it, but still, it's nice. And then, you know, this thing is a repeater, and it makes tiles, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, we're not here for him. I mean, that's who we're fighting. I just kind of couldn't remember that red ability exactly, so here I am. He didn't shake up the scene at all, but I think around his time, there was other people that were using projectiles pretty heavily, and so they were trying to like make people want to use projectiles more often, like a defensive meta, and it didn't really hit. It didn't really go that far at the time. It was nice. It just wasn't gonna, you know, turn everyone to a defensive meta at the time. But, you know, it's still nice. You know, it's not horrible. It's not like Talos or, you know, other lackluster characters. Anyways, let's go on. Let's see who we're going to use to fight him. It's Kraven! Yay! Or not. Kraven, when he hit the scene at a time and place when we all needed an answer against the horrible entity that was 4-star Rocket and friends. 4-star Rocket has that ability where he starts with 7 strikes on the board, and he was notorious for, on a lot of teams, you would just see Rocket and then Kitty, and then some random third character depending on who was new and hot at the time. Sometimes it'd be like 4-star Juggernaut, sometimes it'd be Medusa, and then eventually became Polaris, and ever since Polaris hit, Kitty, Rocket, Polaris has been hard to dethrone when it comes to these tiles. Why was Kraven a much delightful shakeup? The purple. That passive right there. If there are at least 4 enemy strike attack projectiles on the board, Kraven reduces their strength, and that's all their strength, okay? Not just the 4 of them. Kraven reduces their strength, all of them, by that amount, and deals damage. Now, of course, that damage isn't huge, but reducing the strength of what's going on stinks. The only reason he didn't really hugely shake up the meta is that Kitty strengthens everything more. So, honestly, for as much as he does, Kitty is stronger. I mean, she is a 5-star after all. So, he punished you, but only did so much with it. Okay? Does it make sense? I think it does. He was still annoying, though. You know, if you didn't have a really strong Kitty yet, let's say you have maybe a couple covers of your Kitty, you weren't champing her anytime soon, so you were just kind of skating by, an enemy Kraven could really screw you over. His black is decent. I mean, it's cost 10. Once again, it's a little high, but it's doable. But it creates a 1-turn countdown tile. Again, Kitty can kill that pretty quick. But that destroys 3 AP in the enemy and ally's strongest colors, dealing damage for each point of AP destroyed. So do the math. That's 6 AP because it's the enemy and allies team's strongest color. So assuming that your strongest color and the enemy's strongest color are 2 different colors, that's 6 AP. Of course, if you share the same strongest color, then it's just 3, right? So anyways, but 6 AP, so 6 times 2,000, you're looking at 12,000 base damage there approximately for the 10 black. It's not bad really for 4-star area, and it's destroying their AP. Let's not forget that. Of course, destroying some of your own too, but you know, price we pay for nice destruction. The blue is lackluster as all get out. I'm going to put up to 5 so you can see its best attempt at being decent. 10 blue, so still, once again, a little pricey. Makes a blue trap. As long as it's out there, you steal 1 AP in a random color each turn. I'm not pausing for any other reason than just to let you sit there and think about that. Just 1 AP in a random color each turn. That's what we get for 10 blue. When this reptile is matched, not destroyed or anything else, not overwritten, matched. Convert 4 basic tiles to his team's strongest color and deal a little bit of damage. That's not a little bit of damage. I mean, it's only 2,000 damage. For 10 blue, we're only doing 2,000 damage, and traps are easily overridden. You know, an errant strike, attack, projectile, something could easily override it and thwart it. And you're only getting 1 AP per turn. It's very lackluster. Let's say there's a reason I put it at 3, because I don't even plan on using it. His black is worth it. His purple's worth it. His blue, meh. Now, just to give you a little bit of comeback full circle, we're fighting against Panther. He's not going to have any protects, attacks, strikes out to start the game. So the purple might not come in handy right off the rip. You might actually be better with the blue if you can get enough blue to throw this out early. But honestly, you can't predict it. You don't know if the enemy's going to stumble into a bunch of yellow. And if he does, stumbles in a bunch of yellow and blue, or blue, either way, and makes those tiles on the board, you're going to wish this purple was at 5. I'd say stick with the purple at 5, black at 5, definitely, because that does a big chunk of damage, and roll with it. Why do I have Kraven on the Kraven on Kraven? Because really I don't have too many other places to put it. Deals extra damage to heroes, that's nice. And base blue damage is increased by a heavy chunk. And when his countdown tile expires, create 2 black strike tiles. I mean, it's cool. In the end, it's not that big of a support. I mean, the blue match damage up is pretty cool. Maybe put it on someone that's going to use blues more often. But I just have it on him because I really don't have a use for the Kraven anywhere else, despite it being level 200. But anyways, let's go with it. Let's run on in here and put this animations on, and Kraven the Hunter versus the Black Kitty Cat. Okay? Now remember, he wants reds and yellows and blues. We want blues and blacks. So if we have a chance to get blues, we probably should. Unless, I mean, that's how general things go. But if he gets enough blues, he's going to put out projectiles. And then our purple will start working. So this is one of those situations where you kind of don't mind if he takes the color you use. You know? Which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to just let him have... Oh, well, I was going to let him have that blue, but it just cascades happen, you know? I will take the black, though. Let's take this black. Go ahead, take that blue. I really don't mind if you take that blue right now. I'm also going to let him have that 4-way of green, because that just has green, purple, and 1 yellow in there. He's getting barely anything out of that. Take the yellow. Ooh, yes. He's almost ready to cast those powers, which will make it so our purple will start working. He's basically going to destroy himself if you let him do it. There you go. Put that mask on. And destroy your own power. That's cool. That was a good use of that. Good talk. How much does your blue cost, sir? 8? You only have 4? I guess I'll let him have it. Come on. You need 1 more. This is odd times. I would never be just handing this over to him, but it's just the way this character is. Well, it's kind of the way Kraven is, really. You kind of want the enemy to have these things out there. Yes, your kinetic shield, sir. Now, if he matches those protects, he will do damage to me, but look at that, 2k damage just because? We're going to take that right now. And that's enough. As long as he keeps those out there, we can just let him. Yeah, you see that? And these tiles they do 4 protection right now. I'm going to let him keep them, right? Don't try to get rid of them. Let him keep those piddly things. And we're just going to keep doing that think like the enemy over and over again. So, shouldn't be hard to take down Black Panther as long as you have a decently leveled Kraven and your purple is up there. That's really the key. And then let Black Panther get blue and yellow. All said and done, you shouldn't have any problem beating him. He'll beat himself as long as your purple is up there. And there's a legendary token. We're going to take that and be happy with what we got. And that's it. That's Kravens, Crash the Titans. And, well, did you guys get that survey, by the way? They've sent out a survey when you go into the game for the 9th anniversary coming up. I know I talked about it. It is coming. I mean, we got less than 50 days to go. And we'll be on the 9th anniversary, and we'll get to see what sort of rewards they give us. You know it's going to come with a 9th anniversary vault, a 9th anniversary store, those sort of things. Goodies based on who you vote for. So make sure to put your votes in for what 3-star, 4-star, 5-star characters you like, and you're going to see them show up more as long as it's kind of like a fan favorite, they call it. Okay? So, anyways, till next time, thank you guys for watching very much, and I'll see you later. Bye, y'all.